Well, hello, I am animated Doug Jackson, inspired by live-action Doug Jackson, the founding attorney of the law firm of Douglas G. Jackson. We're back again with our September monthly newsletter. As you probably know by now, only humans can get law degrees, and since I'm only an animated representation of live-action Doug Jackson with a synthetically created voice, that technically makes me a non-attorney spokesperson. Last month I had the privilege of reading the monthly letter from the President to you. We intended to bring back live-action Doug Jackson for this, but due to Hurricane Ian, he's in transit, so he asked me to read the letter to you again this month. Here we go. Dear friends of the firm, September was a very strange month. It started very positive, and has ended with much tragedy. Yet, of course, we'll continue to persevere. This month began very strong for the firm. We brought on a new fall intern, Faith Gosselin, who is already proving to be extremely talented. She's near the top of her class, and it definitely shows. One of our summer interns, Pamela Watt, was published in the Paraclete. We began creating what we know you all really want to see. Yes, that's right. We're creating cheesy lawyer commercials. Is a law firm really a law firm until it has at least one cheesy lawyer commercial? Our goal is to create several cheesy lawyer commercials to keep you entertained. We then began our new program, Business Education Network Interviews, or Bennies, as I like to call them. In this program, we interview business owners and professionals who can provide information to other business owners to help them grow their businesses. Our business law practice has also continued to grow. Things were going very well for the firm. Then, with little warning, things took a very abrupt turn. A storm began turning in the Atlantic Ocean. The storm was projected to come right at beautiful St. Petersburg, our home and headquarters. The forecast looked worse and worse. It was projected to hit as a Category 4. This disastrous storm was named Hurricane Ian. Most of our team chose to stay put, but some of us lived in evacuation zones and were under mandatory evacuation orders. On the day that the hurricane was going to make landfall, Hurricane Ian turned away from St. Petersburg toward Fort Myers. Then, just after learning of the hurricane's new path, we had terrible news that my dear friend Keith Fry had passed away from what we believe were non-storm related medical issues. You may recognize him from our many posts of him sporting our law firm apparel. He was never a client, but would never hesitate to support his friends. That's exactly who Keith was. He was one of a kind and a simply wonderfully amazing human being. He will be missed so dearly. Let us take a moment of silence for Keith Fry, my dear friend. That news wasn't the last of the bad news for September. We felt relief that the worst of Hurricane Ian missed us, but our neighbors to the south weren't so lucky. Fort Myers was absolutely pounded by Hurricane Ian. Storm surges were enormous. Far too many people lost their lives. Let us take a moment of silence for everyone lost to the storm. Sometimes life happens and you fall on your face and get the wind knocked out of you. It's terrible. Yet, our measurement of success is influenced, not by the fall itself, but by what we do next. There are just two choices: lie there and let circumstance win, or pick yourself back up and keep moving forward. In this law firm, we always choose the latter. We invite our friends, our neighbors, our fellow Floridians, our fellow Americans, and our fellow humans to join us. We can't change the past, but what we do next can shape our future. Let's show the world that we elect to move forward. We elect to shape our future. We'll see you again next month after what we expect to be a much more positive October. And remember, get your legal action with the law firm of Douglas G. Jackson.